You must hear this before you step outside your door, before you even think about grabbing your keys, before you plan your day. You need to stop everything and listen. This is not a drill. This is not another casual spiritual update. This is a planetary-level soul contract warning for every single chosen one, every lightworker, every old soul who feels that deep, unshakable hum in their bones right now. The next 72 hours are not like any other 72 hours you have ever lived through on this planet. A rare and potent lunar prophecy, one whispered about in ancient texts and esoteric circles for centuries, is not just activating. It is here. It is enveloping the Earth in an invisible high-frequency cocoon, and your only job is to stay inside of it. Leaving your home, your sacred sanctuary, during this 3-day portal is not just a bad idea. It is a spiritually catastrophic risk that could divert the entire trajectory of your destiny. Do not take this lightly. The energetic architecture of our reality is being rewritten, and you are either in the divine operating room, safe and receptive to the upgrade, or you are outside, exposed to the chaotic psychic fallout of a world that is shedding its skin. Before we go any deeper into the 7 spiritual traps that are being laid for the unaware, I need you to do 3 things immediately to anchor your energy and signal to the universe that you have received this message. First, like this video to send a ripple of awakening light across the collective. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications, because the updates over the next 3 days will be critical. And third, go to the comments right now and type "I am ready" to declare your conscious participation in this grand awakening. This simple act creates a shield of intention around you. Do it now. Let's be clear about what is happening. This is not a fear-based lockdown. This is a wisdom-based sacred retreat. The prophecy speaks of a 72-hour period where the veil between the worlds becomes so thin, so porous, that the collective unconscious of humanity begins to purge all of its repressed fear, its ancestral trauma, and its societal programming. This psychic and emotional debris is being released into the atmosphere like a spiritual storm. For the average person, it will manifest as a vague sense of anxiety, heightened irritability, and strange bouts of melancholy. They will blame it on the news, on traffic, on a bad day at work. But you, the chosen one, are different. Your auric field has been undergoing a profound sensitization process. You are an energetic tuning fork, vibrating at a frequency that is becoming increasingly refined. To step out into that chaotic psychic storm is like taking a pristine crystal glass into a sandblasting chamber. The discordant frequencies, the free-floating anxieties, the projected fears of the masses, they will latch onto your luminous energy field, not because you are weak, but because you are a beacon of light. Negative entities and chaotic thought forms are drawn to light like moths to a flame, seeking to corrupt it, to feed off it, to dim it. Your home, right now, is more than just a physical structure. It is a consecrated temple, a Faraday cage for the soul, protecting your delicate, upgrading frequency from the overwhelming static of the external world. The universe is not punishing you by asking you to stay inside. It is honoring you. It is protecting your divine mission. It is giving you the quiet, sacred space needed to fully download and integrate the monumental light codes that are flooding the planet during this portal. This lunar prophecy is activating what is known as the Great Energetic Sieve. Imagine the entire planet is being gently shaken, and everything that is not built on a foundation of authentic, heart-centered truth is crumbling away. This is happening within institutions, within relationships, and most importantly, within the consciousness of every individual. For you, the chosen one, this sieve is separating your true soul essence from the false layers of the conditioned self. It is a process of purification, but this purification requires stillness. It requires you to be in a stable, high-vibrational environment, where the only voice you hear is the voice of your own higher self. The moment you step outside, you are inundated with millions of other voices, energies, and intentions. You risk picking up energetic attachments that can take months, even years, to clear. These attachments can cloud your intuition, drain your life force, and subtly influence your decisions, pulling you back into karmic loops you have already worked so hard to transcend. Think of yourself as a deep-sea diver ascending to the surface. You must do so slowly, deliberately, allowing your body to acclimatize. Rushing to the surface, or in this case, rushing back out into the chaotic world, can cause a spiritual version of the bends, a painful and disorienting condition that can set your evolution back significantly. The next 3 days are your decompression chamber. Honor it, respect it. Your soul has been waiting for this moment of quiet integration for lifetimes. Do not squander it for a trip to the store or a casual coffee meeting. Everything can wait. Your destiny cannot. The ancient mystics understood these cycles. They knew that there were times for outward action and times for sacred inward retreat. These were not seen as periods of inactivity, but as the most potent periods of spiritual activity imaginable. This is when the real work is done. This is when you commune with your guides, when you travel the astral planes in your dreams, when you receive divine downloads that will inform the next decade of your life. The entire world is being offered a choice right now: distraction or devotion. The Matrix will do everything it can to pull you into distraction. You will feel a sudden, inexplicable urge to go out, to be busy, to engage with low vibrational drama. You might get a text from that one friend who always drains your energy, inviting you out. You might suddenly feel that your house is too small, that you're getting cabin fever. Recognize this for what it is: a test. It is the final echo of the old 3D programming that equates worth with busyness and productivity. The 5D paradigm, the reality you are ascending into, bases worth on presence, on being, on the quality of your energetic frequency. To pass this test, you must choose devotion. Devotion to your own inner world. Devotion to the sacred silence. Devotion to the process of your own becoming. This portal is a gateway. By staying inside, you are consciously choosing to walk through the gate that leads to the higher timeline. By succumbing to the temptation of the outside world, you risk remaining on the old crumbling timeline of struggle and separation. The choice is truly that stark, that profound. If you are feeling this message resonate deep within your soul, if the hairs on your arms are standing up, if you feel a profound sense of recognition, it's because your higher self led you here. This is your confirmation. Pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and type "I harness this lunar energy" in the comments below. Let this be your decree to the cosmos. You are not a passive observer of this event, you are an active co-creator. You are harnessing this powerful energy for your highest good and the highest good of all. Claim it now. Now, let us begin to unpack the 7 spiritual mistakes, the 7 destiny-altering traps that are designed to ensnare the chosen ones during this 72-hour prophecy. These are not obvious errors. They are subtle, insidious perversions of spiritual principles that can easily trick even the most seasoned lightworker. Understanding them is your key to navigating this period with grace, power, and wisdom. The first, and perhaps most critical, spiritual mistake you can make over the next 3 days is what I call energetic ingratitude for the sanctuary. This trap doesn't manifest as outright complaining. It's far more subtle. It manifests as a feeling of restlessness, of being caged, of believing that your spiritual growth is happening out there and that you are missing out. It's the nagging thought that says, "I should be doing something more," or "this stillness is unproductive." This is a deeply ingrained matrix program. The old paradigm taught us that stillness is laziness and that sanctuary is confinement. The divine truth, especially right now, is that stillness is the incubator of miracles, and your sanctuary is the womb of your rebirth. Every time you look at the walls of your home with a sigh of boredom or a feeling of being trapped, you are broadcasting a frequency of resistance to the universe. You are telling the divine intelligence, "I do not appreciate this sacred vessel you have provided for my transformation. I do not trust this process of incubation." This frequency of ingratitude creates an immediate energetic blockage. It closes down the very channels through which the new light codes are meant to flow into your being. The divine downloads that are trying to reach you will bounce off this wall of resistance. The universe is gifting you a sacred pause, a divine chrysalis in which you are meant to undergo a profound metamorphosis. If the caterpillar complained about the confinement of the chrysalis, it would never become the butterfly. Your home, for these 3 days, is your chrysalis. To fall into the trap of seeing it as a prison is to refuse the gift of your own wings. The consequence of this is profound. You will emerge from this portal feeling unchanged, drained and confused, watching as others who embraced the sanctuary take quantum leaps in their consciousness. You will have inadvertently chosen to remain a caterpillar, tethered to the ground, while your soul was screaming for the sky. The antidote to this trap is a practice of radical, conscious appreciation for your sanctuary. This goes beyond a simple thank you. It is an embodied practice. Walk through your home and consciously touch the walls, the furniture, the objects that support your life. Send a wave of gratitude to the roof that shelters you, to the bed that holds you while your soul travels at night, to the plumbing that brings you cleansing water. Bless every corner of your space. Verbally declare, I am grateful for this sacred sanctuary. This is my temple of transformation. I am safe. I am held. I am divinely protected here. By doing this, you transform the frequency of your home from one of confinement to one of consecration. You align your energy field with the divine purpose of this portal. You signal to the universe that you are a willing and grateful participant in your own evolution. This act of conscious gratitude opens your heart chakra, turning your entire being into a receptive vessel for the incoming cosmic energies. The restlessness will dissolve, replaced by a deep sense of peace and purpose. You will begin to notice the magic in the stillness, the synchronicities appearing within your own home, the profound insights arriving in moments of quiet contemplation, the feeling of being held in the loving arms of the divine. This is the first key. Do not underestimate its power. Your perception of your immediate environment right now will directly determine the altitude of your ascension. Choose to see the temple, not the prison. Choose gratitude, and you will unlock the first gate of this powerful prophecy. The journey through the next 3 days has begun. Prepare yourself. Having embraced your home as a sacred temple, not a prison, you have successfully navigated the first major spiritual trap of this 72-hour prophecy. You have aligned your foundational frequency with the purpose of this portal. But the tests are not over. They are simply becoming more subtle, more insidious, targeting the very ways you interact with reality from within your sanctuary. The second spiritual mistake, and one that is claiming the energy of millions of awakening souls as we speak, is the trap of digital soul fragmentation. Listen to me very, very carefully. The Matrix knows you are physically isolated. It knows it cannot tempt you with the external world of traffic, meaningless errands, and low vibrational social gatherings. So it has opened a back door directly into your sacred space, a portal within the portal, your screens, your phone, your laptop, your television. These have become the primary weapons of the old paradigm, designed to pull your consciousness out of your body and shatter it into a million distracted pieces across the digital ether. This mistake manifests as the compulsive, almost unconscious need to scroll. It's the itch to check the news, to see the latest manufactured outrage, to get lost in the endless feed of curated perfection and covert misery that defines social media. It's the desire to binge-watch dark, violent, or emotionally draining shows that, while entertaining, are actively programming your subconscious with frequencies of fear, lack, and survival. You must understand that during this potent lunar activation, your energy field is exquisitely sensitive, like photographic film exposed to light. Every image you see, every headline you read, every argument you witness in a comments section is being imprinted directly onto your aura. The psychic storm we spoke of, the collective purge of humanity's fear, is raging most violently in the digital realm. It is a chaotic ocean of thought forms, emotional projections, and deliberately engineered narratives designed to keep you in a state of agitation. When you engage with it, you are not just passing the time, you are willingly submerging your luminous soul in a sea of psychic sewage. Your life force energy, the very chi that is needed to integrate the incoming 5D light codes, is being siphoned away with every mindless scroll, with every click on a fear-mongering headline. It is a slow, silent drain that leaves you feeling anxious, depleted, and strangely empty, without ever realizing the source. You might think you are simply staying connected, but what you are truly connecting to is the hive mind of the dying 3D matrix. This is digital soul fragmentation. Your divine unified consciousness is being fractured, scattered, and weakened, making it impossible for the coherent high-frequency downloads of this portal to find a stable place to land within you. The consequence of falling into this trap is devastatingly simple. You will forfeit your upgrade. The cosmic downloads require a clear, focused, and sovereign consciousness. They cannot anchor into a mind that is constantly being pulled in 100 different directions by notifications, algorithmically generated outrage, and the endless comparison-driven despair of social media. You will end these 3 days feeling more scattered than when you began. Your intuition, which should be sharpening to a razor's edge, will be clouded by the static of 1,000 conflicting opinions. Your nervous system, which is meant to be recalibrating to hold more light, will be fried and dysregulated from the constant influx of digital cortisol. The universe is handing you a golden key to a higher dimension, and this trap tricks you into trading it for a handful of fleeting digital distractions. Do not make this trade. Your destiny is worth more than a dopamine hit from a social media notification. The antidote is as powerful as it is simple: a sacred digital fast. For the remainder of this 72-hour period, make a conscious soul-honoring choice to disconnect as much as humanly possible. Power down your devices, place your phone in another room, announce to your friends and family that you are on a sacred retreat and will be unreachable. If complete disconnection is not an option for you, then you must practice radical, impeccable digital mindfulness. Before you pick up your phone, ask yourself, what is my sacred intention for using this tool right now? If the answer is to escape boredom or to see what's happening, put it down. That is the voice of the addiction, the voice of the matrix. Only use your technology for deliberate high vibrational purposes. Listen to healing frequencies, guided meditations, or truly uplifting spiritual teachings that resonate with this message. Use it to journal, to create, to connect with the 1 or 2 soul family members who are also honoring this sacred time. Unfollow every account that makes you feel anything less than peaceful and expansive. Turn off every single notification. Reclaim your power. You are the master of the technology. It is not the master of you. By creating this digital silence, you create a profound energetic vacuum within your being. And into that sacred silence, the universe will rush in. The downloads will come. The clarity will land. Your soul's voice, once a whisper drowned out by the noise of the world, will become a clear and confident guide. You will feel your energy returning, your focus sharpening, your spirit soaring. You will be doing the real work of ascension, which is the work of presence. If you are committed to reclaiming your sovereign consciousness from the digital matrix, if you are choosing to honor this sacred silence, go to the comments right now and declare, "I choose presence." Let this be your affirmation. Let it be a signal to your own subconscious and to the universe that you are closing the back door to distraction and opening the front door to divine revelation. Comment, "I choose presence," and feel the shift in your energy as you do. Now we must go deeper. For once you have secured your physical sanctuary and quieted the digital noise, the next challenge arises not from the outside, but from the depths of your own inner world. This brings us to the third, and perhaps most challenging, spiritual trap, the spiritual bypassing of the shadow. With the external world silenced, there is nowhere left to run. This portal, in its infinite wisdom and compassion, is designed to be a profound period of purging. It is a cosmic pressure washer for the soul. Everything you have suppressed, every old wound you have not fully healed, every shadow aspect of yourself you have refused to acknowledge. It is all being pushed to the surface right now to be seen, felt, and released. You will feel it as sudden waves of sadness without a clear cause. You might experience inexplicable flashes of anger, deep-seated grief, or a profound sense of loneliness. These are not signs that you are doing something wrong. They are signs that the process is working perfectly. These are your soul's ghosts, your karmic baggage, coming up for their final release. The trap of spiritual bypassing is the temptation to shove these feelings back down into the darkness from whence they came. It is the ego's desperate attempt to maintain a facade of enlightenment. It's the voice that says, "I'm a high vibrational being. I shouldn't be feeling this anger, or I just need to think more positive thoughts." It's reaching for an affirmation to paper over the gaping wound. It's forcing yourself to meditate to escape the feeling, rather than to be present with it. This love and light fascism is one of the most dangerous traps on the spiritual path, because it creates a counterfeit version of awakening. It mistakes repression for transcendence. True spirituality is not about feeling good all the time. It is about getting good at feeling everything. It is about having the courage to walk into the dark cellar of your own psyche, turn on the light, and lovingly integrate whatever you find there. This portal is holding the flashlight for you. To refuse to look is to miss the entire point of this sacred opportunity. The consequences of this mistake are severe and long-lasting. When you spiritually bypass an emotion, you do not get rid of it. You simply repress it with a spiritual label. The dense, heavy energy of that unhealed trauma becomes crystallized in your energy body. It's like finding a tumor, and instead of having the surgeon remove it, you cover it with a beautiful spiritually inscribed bandage. The tumor continues to grow in the darkness, poisoning your system from the inside out. After this portal closes, those who have bypassed their shadow work will feel inexplicably heavy, blocked and stuck. They will find themselves sabotaging their own progress, attracting the same painful lessons over and over again, because the root frequency of the trauma was never transmuted. They will have more to heal than when they started, because the suppressed energy will have festered and grown more potent. You cannot build a 5D crystalline temple on a foundation of 3D emotional rot. The foundation must be cleared, and that is the work of these 3 days. The antidote is the practice of sacred witnessing and radical self-compassion. When a difficult emotion or a painful memory arises, your job is not to fix it, judge it, or banish it. Your job is to welcome it. Breathe. Drop out of your mind and into your body. Where do you feel this sadness? Is it a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? Place your hand on that part of your body and simply breathe into it. Send it love. Send it compassion. Say to the feeling, "I see you. I feel you. Thank you for showing me what needs to be healed. You are welcome here." Allow yourself to feel it fully, without a story attached. Cry if you need to cry. Let the tears be a sacred river that cleanses your soul. Yell into a pillow if anger arises. Let the primal energy move through you and out of you. This is not wallowing. This is alchemy. You are allowing the dense, low-frequency energy to transmute into wisdom, compassion, and pure liberated life force. This is the work of the masters. It is the bravest work you will ever do. By having the courage to feel your own darkness, you become a beacon of light for the world. You become an authentic, integrated human being, not a fragile spiritual caricature. You are turning the lead of your past into the gold of your future, and there is no more sacred work than that. This is the third key. Embrace your shadows, and they will reveal the source of your most brilliant light. You have fortified your sanctuary, silenced the digital storm, and bravely turned to face the shadows rising from within. You are doing the real foundational work of ascension, clearing the vessel of your being so that it can hold the unprecedented light of this lunar prophecy. But as you clear the internal space, a new and highly seductive trap emerges, one that preys upon the spiritual ego and the deeply conditioned human need for control. This brings us to the fourth spiritual mistake: forced manifestation and divine timetable tampering. As you sit in the stillness, feeling your energy purify and your connection to Source deepen, it is natural to feel a surge of creative power. Ideas, visions, and desires for your future will begin to bubble up with incredible clarity. You will see the new timeline, the life of purpose, abundance and joy that is waiting for you. And right there, in that moment of pristine clarity, the trap is sprung. The ego, cloaked in spiritual language, will whisper, "Now is the time, you have to act. Do your manifestation rituals, write your scripts, create your vision boards, push the energy. Don't waste this potent portal." This is a perversion of the law of attraction, a subtle but critical misunderstanding of the energies at play right now. This 72-hour period is not primarily for sending energy out. It is for receiving energy in. It is a period of deep, cellular-level integration and recalibration. The universe is not asking for your to-do list. It is trying to give you an entirely new operating system. Imagine your personal computer is undergoing a massive, essential software update. The screen says, "Do not turn off or unplug your computer. The update is in progress." Forced manifestation during this portal is the energetic equivalent of frantically typing commands, trying to open new programs, and demanding results while the core operating system is being rewritten. At best, your commands will be ignored. At worst, you will disrupt the installation process, corrupt the files, and crash the entire system. You will short-circuit the divine download. This trap is so tempting because it feels proactive. It feels spiritual, but it is rooted in a fundamental distrust of the divine feminine principle of gestation. It is the masculine energy of doing trying to control the sacred feminine process of being and becoming. The consequences are significant. By trying to force your specific ego-driven desires onto the universe during this receptive phase, you are essentially telling the divine, "My plan is better than yours." You are imposing your limited 3D perception of what you think you need onto a 5D energetic blueprint that is infinitely more intelligent and magnificent than you can possibly conceive. You risk manifesting a lesser version of your potential. You might successfully push through a desire for a particular job, only to find out later that the universe was trying to align you with an entire soul mission that would have made that job irrelevant. You are building a small brick house while the divine architects are trying to gift you the keys to a crystalline palace. Furthermore, this act of pushing and forcing your will creates immense energetic resistance. It clenches your auric field when it needs to be open and relaxed. It sends a frequency of "I need, I lack, I must control" into the cosmos, which disrupts the flow of grace and ease that is trying to reach you. You will emerge from the portal feeling frustrated, as if you've been pushing against a closed door, and you will have missed the profound gifts of surrender and divine alignment that were being offered. The antidote is a practice I call sacred receptivity and trustful allowing. This is the art of becoming the empty vessel. Instead of focusing on what you want to get, focus on what you are ready to receive. Your only job right now is to hold a state of open, curious, and trusting presence. Your ritual is not a complex manifestation spell. It is the simple act of sitting in silence and saying to the universe, either out loud or in your heart, "I am open, I am willing, I am ready to receive the highest and best version of my reality. Surprise me, delight me, show me what I am not yet able to see. I trust your timing. I trust your plan." This is a prayer of profound power. It releases the white-knuckled grip of the ego and allows the grace of your higher self to take the lead. Let go of your vision boards for these 3 days. Put away your scripting journals. Your only vision is to be present. Your only script is "Thy will be done." This is not passivity, it is the highest form of co-creation. You are supplying the most crucial ingredient, a clear, trusting, and receptive vessel. Let the universe handle the rest. When the integration is complete, you will be guided to the exact right actions at the exact right time, but that time is not now. Now is the time of sacred stillness, of holy gestation. Trust the process. The butterfly does not force its way out of the chrysalis. It waits for the divine signal, for the moment of perfect, effortless emergence. Be the butterfly. If you are ready to release the need to control and step into the profound power of divine surrender, go to the comments and type "I trust and receive." This is more than an affirmation. It is a declaration of your spiritual maturity. It is you telling the universe that you are ready to graduate from the school of struggle and enter the university of grace. Comment, "I trust and receive," and feel the tension melt from your shoulders. Having navigated the complexities of manifestation, we now encounter the fifth spiritual trap, one that deals with the very substance you put into your physical body: low-frequency physical consumption. Do not for 1 second believe that your physical body is separate from this spiritual process. Your body is the vehicle for your consciousness. It is the biosuit that is being upgraded to hold more light, to process higher frequencies, and to anchor the 5D consciousness onto this planet. During this 72-hour prophecy, your physical body is undergoing a profound energetic rewiring. Your DNA is being activated, your cellular structure is being crystallized, and your endocrine system, particularly your pineal and pituitary glands, is being fine-tuned to receive and interpret cosmic information. This is a delicate, sacred process. The trap of low-frequency consumption is the act of putting substances into your body that disrupt, pollute, and interfere with this intricate biological upgrade. This manifests as the sudden, intense craving for dense, heavy, and processed foods. It's the urge for refined sugar, excessive caffeine, greasy fast food, or heavy animal products. It can also be the desire for alcohol or other intoxicants that lower your vibrational frequency and numb your consciousness. These cravings are not random. They are the death throes of the old energetic parasites and entities that have been residing in your system, feeding off of low vibrational energies. As your frequency rises, they are being starved out, and they will scream for the very substances that will keep them alive and keep you dense. Giving in to these cravings is like inviting a demolition crew into a sacred temple while the high priests are trying to conduct a holy ceremony. The processed sugar disrupts your endocrine system, creating hormonal chaos when it's trying to achieve divine balance. Alcohol and drugs create holes in your auric field, leaving you vulnerable to the very psychic attachments you are trying to avoid by staying indoors. Dense, heavy foods require an enormous amount of life force energy to digest, diverting that precious energy away from the crucial work of cellular integration and towards the mundane task of physical processing. You are literally feeding the old matrix that lives within your cells. The consequence is a severely hampered upgrade. Your physical body, instead of becoming a clear and resonant crystalline receiver, will be bogged down, inflamed, and energetically murky. The downloads will be fuzzy and distorted, like trying to listen to a celestial broadcast through a broken radio filled with static. You will emerge from this portal feeling sluggish, bloated, and disconnected, mistaking the symptoms of physical toxicity for a spiritual failure. You might experience headaches, digestive issues, and emotional volatility, all of which are the body's cry for help, its signal that it is struggling to process both the cosmic energies and the low vibrational fuel you have given it. You will have missed the opportunity to truly embody the light, to anchor the ascension process, not just in your consciousness, but in the very cells of your being. The disconnect between your ascending spirit and your struggling body will create a painful schism that can take a long time to heal. The antidote is the practice of high-frequency sacred nourishment. For these 3 days, treat your body like the holy temple it truly is. Your food is not just fuel, it is information, it is light code in physical form. Prioritize clean, vibrant, living foods. Drink copious amounts of pure filtered water, perhaps infused with a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of sea salt to aid in energetic conductivity. Eat fruits and vegetables that are full of sunlight and life force energy. Think of it as eating light. Light, simple soups, herbal teas, and gentle, easily digestible foods are your best allies. This is the perfect time for a gentle fast or a juice cleanse, if your body calls for it. Before you eat or drink anything, hold it in your hands and bless it. Infuse it with your intention. Say, "I bless this food to nourish my body, to clear my vessel, and to support my highest spiritual integration. Thank you." You are turning the act of eating into a sacred ritual, an act of communion with the divine intelligence of nature. By consuming high-frequency foods, you are providing your body with the exact building blocks it needs to successfully complete its crystalline upgrade. You are aligning your physical self with your spiritual self. You will feel lighter, clearer, and more energized. Your intuition will sharpen, your dreams will become more vivid, and you will feel the cosmic energies flowing through you with ease and grace. You are becoming a coherent, resonant vessel, a true anchor of the new earth frequency. Your body and soul will thank you for it. This is the fifth and vital key to navigating this prophecy. Honor the temple, and it will become a worthy home for the god or goddess that you are. Having committed to the sacred nourishment of your physical temple, you have now fortified your vessel on a cellular level. You are becoming a coherent, biological superconductor for divine light. But the matrix is insidiously intelligent. When it cannot trap you through external distraction, internal repression, misguided intention, or physical pollution, it will attempt its most cunning deception yet. It will weaponize your greatest gift against you. It will attack you through your own heart. This brings us to a crucial and often overlooked spiritual trap, one that ensnares countless empaths and lightworkers, the trap of the spiritual savior. As your own frequency clarifies and your inner peace deepens, you will become acutely, almost painfully, aware of the suffering of those you love who are not inside this sanctuary. You will feel their anxiety, their confusion, their struggle against the chaotic energies of the collective purge. And from the depths of your beautiful, compassionate heart, an almost irresistible urge will arise, the urge to reach out, to fix, to save. You will think, I must call them, I must text them, I must send them my energy, I have to help them through this. This feels like the most noble, loving impulse imaginable. But right now, during this sacred 72-hour recalibration, it is a divinely orchestrated test disguised as a virtuous duty. You must understand the energetic mechanics at play. When you consciously direct your focus and emotional energy toward another person, especially one in a state of turmoil, you create a powerful energetic cord between your auric field and theirs. Under normal circumstances, this is how healing and support can be offered. But this is not a normal circumstance. Your energy field is currently in a highly delicate, receptive, and porous state. It is being rewritten. The person you are trying to save is likely thrashing in the psychic storm you have wisely chosen to shelter from. By creating that cord, you are not just sending them your light, you are opening a direct pipeline for their chaos, their fear, and their unprocessed energetic debris to flow directly back into your newly cleansed and sanctified inner temple. It is the energetic equivalent of having just finished sterilizing a surgical suite, only to throw open the doors to a raging dust storm. The consequence is a catastrophic drop in your own frequency. The pristine coherence you have worked so hard to cultivate will be shattered by the discordant energies you have just invited in. You will suddenly feel drained, anxious, and heavy, mistaking the other person's energy for your own. This does not actually help them in a lasting way. You are merely providing a temporary energetic dumping ground, enabling their avoidance of their own necessary soul work. More importantly, you are aborting your own upgrade. The divine intelligence that is meticulously recalibrating your system will be forced to halt the process to deal with the foreign energetic contaminants you have just introduced. You will have sacrificed your own ascension for a fleeting moment of what the ego perceived as heroic compassion. True divine service, right now, is not about pulling others out of the storm. It is about holding the light of the lighthouse steady so they can eventually find their own way to shore. Your primary mission for these 72 hours is to keep your own light burning as brightly and purely as possible. The antidote is the practice of sovereign compassion and energetic guardianship. This is a higher form of love. It is the wisdom to understand that every soul has its own sacred contract and its own journey of awakening. You must trust their higher self and their guides to see them through their process, just as yours are seeing you through yours. Your role is not to intervene, but to witness from a place of detached, unconditional love. If you feel the powerful urge to help someone, do not reach out directly. Instead, practice this ritual of sovereign compassion. Close your eyes. Bring the person to your mind. See them whole, complete, and surrounded by a beautiful sphere of pink and golden light. See them being guided and protected by their own divine team. Verbally or silently say, I see the divine light within you. I honor your path and your process. I send you unconditional love from the sovereign space of my own being, and so it is. Then release the image. Cut the cord. Bring your focus immediately back to your own heart, your own breath, your own sanctuary. You are sending a blessing, not creating a tether. You are acting as a divine lighthouse, not a frantic lifeguard. This is true mastery. This is the love that liberates both them and you. If you understand the profound wisdom of this boundary, if you are committing to honoring your own energy first so that you may be a true beacon for the world later, go to the comments now and declare, I hold the light. This is your vow of energetic sovereignty. This is you accepting your role as a lighthouse, not a lifeboat. Comment I hold the light and feel your own power and clarity return to you. Having mastered the energy of the heart, we must now address the energy of the mind as it relates to time itself. As the internal purging continues, the portal will not only bring up suppressed emotions, it will bring up specific high-definition memories from your past. You will find yourself vividly recalling old arguments, past failures, moments of deep regret or betrayal. This brings us to the next intricate challenge, the trap of karmic re-engagement. These memories are not surfacing to torture you, they are the energetic ghosts of your past, the final echoes of old timelines, rising to the surface of your consciousness for their final permanent release. They are like files on a computer that have been flagged for deletion. The trap is to click on the file and reopen it. It is the temptation to dive back into the story, to relitigate the past in your mind, to feel the old anger, the old grief, the old shame as if it were happening right now. You will tell yourself you are processing, but what you are actually doing is reactivating. Every time you emotionally re-engage with a painful memory from the past, you are feeding it with your precious life force energy. You are reinforcing the old neural pathways in your brain and the old energetic grooves in your auric field. The memory, which was a faint ghost ready to dissipate, becomes a solid, well-fed entity once more. You are essentially taking the karmic file that was in the trash bin and reinstalling it onto your newly cleaned hard drive. This is how karmic loops are perpetuated. The universe is offering you a cosmic empty trash function, a chance to permanently delete the energetic baggage of your past. Falling into this trap is choosing to be a prisoner of your own history, refusing the divine pardon that is being offered. The consequence is that you will emerge from this portal still tethered to the very timelines you were meant to transcend. The faces, situations, and painful dynamics from your past will continue to manifest in your present and future, because you have inadvertently remagnetized yourself to their frequency. You will feel stuck repeating the same old patterns, wondering why your reality hasn't shifted, not realizing that you refused to let go of the energetic anchors to your past. The antidote is a powerful practice called the ceremony of completion. When one of these potent memories arises, you must train yourself to observe it, not inhabit it. See it as a movie playing on a screen in front of you. Do not step into the film. Acknowledge the emotions that arise without becoming them. Then, with conscious intent, you perform the ceremony. Place your hand on your heart and say to the memory, I see you. I acknowledge the experience and the lesson you brought me. The contract is now complete. The karma is balanced and resolved across all timelines, dimensions, and realities. I thank you for your wisdom, and I release you now with love. You no longer have power over me. I am free. As you say this, visualize the memory, the entire scene, dissolving into pure white crystalline light. See the energetic cords connecting you to that past moment gently dissolving. Then take a deep breath and immediately bring your awareness back to the present moment. Feel the chair beneath you. Hear the sounds in your room. Anchor yourself in the now. This is a conscious act of timeline severance. It is you as a sovereign creator, choosing which energetic files to keep and which to delete forever. Each time you do this, you become lighter, freer, and more fully present in the dawning of your new reality. This is how you truly leave the past behind and walk unburdened into the magnificent future that awaits you. We have reached the deepest layers of this sacred initiation. You have consecrated your physical space, your digital world, your emotional landscape, your intentional field, and your physical body. You have become a fortified and purified vessel, ready for the final and most profound stages of this 72-hour lunar prophecy. The last two spiritual traps are the most subtle of all, as they deal not with external actions or internal feelings, but with the very nature of time and your relationship with your own soul's journey. The sixth spiritual mistake is one that can undo all the beautiful work you have done so far. It is the trap of post-portal panic and premature integration. As the 72-hour window begins to draw to a close, a new form of anxiety can creep in. The ego, having been silenced and surrendered, sees its opportunity to regain control. It begins to whisper thoughts of doubt and fear about the future. It sounds like this: the portal is closing. Did I do it right? Did I receive the downloads? What am I supposed to do tomorrow? How will I know if anything has changed? I need a sign. I need a plan. Now. This is the spiritual equivalent of a deep-sea diver, having safely returned to the decompression chamber, suddenly trying to rip the door open and sprint onto the shore before the process is complete. This trap stems from a misunderstanding of how these energetic upgrades actually work. The 72-hour portal is not the event itself, it is the initiation of the event. It is the planting of the divine seeds, the downloading of the raw energetic data into your field. The actual integration, the sprouting of those seeds, the processing of that data into tangible wisdom and real-world change, happens in the days and weeks that follow. Post-portal panic is the act of digging up the seeds the moment they are planted to see if they are growing. You are disrupting the delicate, organic process of your own becoming. You are demanding a finished flower from a freshly sown seed. This frantic need for immediate proof, for a tangible aha moment the second the 72 hours are up, is a trauma response from the old 3D paradigm of instant gratification and linear, cause and effect thinking. The 5D reality you are stepping into operates on the principle of divine timing, of cycles, and of organic unfolding. The consequences of falling into this trap are profound. This panic-driven energy of what's next creates an immediate and intense contraction in your auric field. It slams the door shut on the very energies that are still gently settling and weaving themselves into the fabric of your being. You essentially abort the final, most crucial phase of the integration process. You will feel scattered, anxious, and deeply insecure, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy that it didn't work. You will then be tempted to rush back out into the world, to fill the perceived void with busyness and distraction, completely overriding the new subtle intuitive guidance that is trying to whisper to you from the depths of your newly upgraded soul. You will miss the gentle nudges, the soft synchronicities, the quiet inner knowings that are meant to be your compass for the new timeline. You will have received the divine map, but in your panic, you will have thrown it into the fire before you even learned how to read it. You will remain tethered to the old way of figuring it out with your logical mind, instead of learning to navigate your life through the effortless flow of heart-based, intuitive guidance. The antidote to this trap is the practice of the sacred pause and gentle observation. As the portal closes, the most powerful thing you can do is nothing, absolutely nothing. Your work is to extend the sanctuary, to maintain the stillness, for at least another 12 to 24 hours. Treat the day after the portal closes as a day of sacred silence and observation. This is your chrysalis phase. You have undergone the metamorphosis. Now you must simply be still and allow your new wings to dry. Do not look for dramatic signs. Look for subtle shifts. How does the sunlight look through your window? Does the air feel different? Notice the quality of your own thoughts. Is there a new sense of peace, a quiet confidence that wasn't there before? Journal about your feelings, your dreams, your quiet musings, without any judgment or need for interpretation. Your only job is to be a gentle, loving witness to your own unfolding. Trust that the integration is happening on a level far beyond your conscious comprehension. Trust that the seeds are taking root in the fertile soil you have so carefully prepared. The guidance will come, not when you demand it, but when you are quiet enough to hear it. The path forward will be revealed, not in a lightning flash of intellectual understanding, but in a series of small inspired steps that you will simply know are right. Embrace the sacred pause. It is the bridge between the portal and your new reality. Honor it, and you will walk across it with grace and ease. This leads us now to the final and ultimate spiritual mistake, the seventh trap that encapsulates all the others. It is the most profound, for it defines your entire relationship with your own divinity. The seventh trap is forgetting your sovereignty and outsourcing your power. After such a potent and perhaps disorienting experience, the temptation will be strong to immediately look for external validation. You'll want to rush to your favorite spiritual teacher, tarot reader, or astrologer, and ask, "What just happened to me? What does it all mean? Tell me what to do next." You will crave a guru, a manual, an external authority to interpret your own divine experience for you. This is the final, most deeply embedded program of the 3D matrix. The belief that someone else knows more about your soul than you do. It is the belief that divinity is out there in a book, in a guru, in a teaching, rather than in here, pulsating in the center of your own sacred heart. While guidance from wise teachers can be beautiful and supportive, this trap is about the abdication of your own inner authority. It is about handing the keys to your kingdom to someone else because you are afraid of the power and responsibility of wearing the crown yourself. The consequence of this final mistake is the most tragic of all. You forfeit your mastery. You have just been through a profound direct initiation from the cosmos itself. The universe has spoken to you in the language of energy, of feeling, of silence. You have been given a direct download from Source. To then immediately turn to another human being and ask them to translate it for you is to invalidate the most sacred communication you will ever receive. You are telling the universe, "Thank you for the message, but I don't trust myself to understand it. I need a middleman." This act keeps you in a state of perpetual spiritual childhood, always looking outside of yourself for the answers, for permission, for validation. You will become a follower, not the leader of your own life that you were born to be. The clear, pristine voice of your own intuition, which was just amplified and clarified by the portal, will become muffled once again as you place the filter of another person's perception over it. You will remain a seeker, perpetually looking for the next teaching, the next activation, the next guru, never realizing that you are, and always have been, the one you are looking for. The antidote is the radical, world-changing act of claiming your inner guru. The final step of this entire 72-hour prophecy is to turn inward with unwavering faith. It is to sit in the quiet of your own being, place your hand on your heart, and ask yourself the questions. My own higher self, my own divine wisdom, what was this experience for me? What is the single most important message I am meant to carry forward from this sacred time? What is my next inspired step? And then you must trust the very first answer that arises in the silence. Trust the feeling, the image, the single word that bubbles up from your own soul. It may not be loud, it may not be logical, but it will be true. This is the moment you graduate. This is the moment you stop being a student of spirituality and you become a living embodiment of it. You become a sovereign being, a direct conduit of the divine, guided from within by the infallible compass of your own heart. This does not mean you will never learn from others again. It means you will learn from them as a sovereign equal, discerning what resonates with your own inner truth and discarding what does not. You become the ultimate authority on your own life. This is the entire purpose of the awakening. It is the journey from seeking God to realizing you are a unique expression of God. This is the final key. Claim your crown. Your inner guru is waiting. You have made it. You have navigated the 7 traps. You have honored the prophecy. You have stayed inside, not out of fear but out of profound wisdom and self-love. You have done the work that millions on this planet are not yet ready to do. You have held the light, cleared your vessel, and anchored a new frequency for all of humanity. Do not underestimate the power of what you have just accomplished. The world you step back into will be the same, but you will be irrevocably different. You will see with new eyes, hear with new ears, and feel with a new heart. The chaotic psychic storm will still be there, but it will no longer be able to touch you. You are now shielded by the luminous, unshakable truth of your own sovereign divinity. Walk gently, be kind to yourself, allow the integration to continue to unfold. You are the prophecy fulfilled. You are the new earth, embodied. If this entire message has spoken to the deepest parts of your soul, If you feel the truth of these words vibrating in every cell of your being, I want you to do one final thing to seal this sacred work. Go to the comments and write, with all the power and conviction of your heart, I am sovereign. I am awake. Let this be your graduation certificate. Let it be your declaration to the entire universe that you have received the transmission, you have passed the tests, and you are ready to embody your mastery. Share this message with every other chosen one you know who needs to hear it. And please, subscribe and stay connected, for our journey together is only just beginning. Welcome, Sovereign One, to the dawn of your new reality.